Niha says, yes, the reality is in the illusion, is the illusion. But it sure does affect one's behavior and induce an individual to act in a certain way. It does, but if you understand that you've been conditioned to constantly live in your memories, which is all the past and it's all dead, but yet you treat it as if it's alive and you react to it and you live in the memory, which is the past, which is dead. Therefore, the living that you call living, what you call living, is death of the past. So it is unfortunate that we spend our lives constantly one step behind the actuality, the now. If you pay attention a little bit, you will see that you're never really living. You're always one step behind. You're always living in a rerun. In other words, we are somehow programmed, or we always perceive things according to what's in our consciousness. Let's say you see a car, and if you just don't stop at seeing it, recognize it, and enjoy what you saw or recognize what you saw, you go further back and you perceive the car and connect it to a car that you saw a similar look in a certain time in the past, in a certain occasion, and you're now there, which while you're there, you actually missed what this car did, how it actually passed you by, what the actuality of that action of that car at that moment was, because you were busy perceiving it with something that you saw in the future. So what happened? You really missed the now. You spend the now in the past, but because your mind always records 24/7, you recorded it. You did record it, but you didn't spend time with it. You were not in the same time zone with it while your mind was looking at its perception of some time in the past. Let's say you're in front of an orange tree and you recognize the orange tree. You go there, you pick one up, and you look at it, and you say, oh, it looks like just as big as the oranges in my auntie's home. And now, no longer you're here with this orange, you're with that auntie's home orange tree, and the orange is there. But you did record it. You're recording everything, that this orange fell, or a raven or a hawk or whatever came and sat on that tree. You recorded it, but yet often, not every time, but often you have perceived that action that what just happened with something that happened in the past. It takes you somewhere in your memory. That's where you find most of your information, and you always compare it, and you go in there, and somehow you're distracted. You're living in the memory while that thing that just happened, you weren't with it. Yet you recorded it. When you recorded it, it goes into your memory. And next time when you see something else, that this recording is a perception of that, you go into your memory, you look at this recording. So you're always one step behind. You record the actuality that is happening, but you actually living the now in the past, which means you're always living a second-hand life. You're always one step behind of the now, and you're spending the now in the past, and the now in the future will be the past, and that's when you actually experience it. That's why you should be focused and understand that you need not to go into your consciousness, your memory all the time, and try to stay with the now and present moment and flow of life so you can experience life firsthand as it happens. Not that it happened and I recorded and later on something happened that I just remembered of what happened today. You want to enjoy and experience what happened today, now, all the time. Then you will be living with the reality and not with the perception and the illusion of a reality, something in your mind, something in the past, and you call that living. I hope that's something that it didn't confuse the heck out of you, but